what are some kind of universal truths about financial planning, rules of thumb that, while different for everybody, can at least start the conversation, whether it be saving, spending, investing?
There's certain categories, but a rule of thumb per se, it's going to be different for everybody depending on what that goal is, what their cash flows are, right? Risk tolerance, time horizon, so many different factors. And that's the thing. When you're working with somebody, you really want them to understand you. So yes, you could say there's a rule of thumb in terms of I need to understand what my cash flows are, but is there a rule of thumb? Should I save 10%? You hear that? That's out there. Well, it depends, right? Is that going to get you where you want to go? So that's why you'd want to be working with an advisor or a planner more specifically to say, does this make sense for this goal and how does this affect other goals so we ultimately get what we want?
What I'm hearing is it's the difference of tailored advice versus talk show advice. Pick a talk show host or a financial guru, so to speak, and they say something in their newsletter or on their podcast or on TV. That's going to distribution that could be listeners around the world. That advice isn't tailored because everybody's hearing the same thing, but everybody's situation is different.
If you think about that, right, that's an interesting question. We can all probably come up with names that we hear on the radio or TV, but none of those people are licensed and they don't know you. They just say, in general, do these things, or here's a great stock tip. That doesn't necessarily make it great for you. And depending on how long it's been since that stock tip came out, that may not be the right move for you.
Right. And it's always fun to hear who their sponsors are after that.
Yeah. So true. So true.